apparently, you see, this is where I'm not sure what I should say and what I shouldn't say.
Well, just talk
I know too much.
Talk about what we all know.
Well, it was very funny. I think it's a great new series.
What made you laugh the most?
I really like the puking, the racist pukers.
Even though that's Mr. Creosote, isn't it?
Not really.
From Monty Python.
No, because Creosote his puking doesn't hinge on another gag. He just eats so much that he pukes a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
This is more of an, outward expression of sort of disgust at people and social things.
Yeah.
So it's got extra layers.
Yeah, that made me laugh. The thing that made me laugh, actually, pretty much all the really revolting stuff did actually make me laugh, which is unusual because I'm not a big fan of the revolting. A lot of stuff in the last series of Bo Selector, for example, just turned me off.
Yeah.
But the big fat lady suit,
Bubbles.
that was funny. That made me laugh because it was so brilliant. The suit was brilliant. So well made. I couldn't believe it. There was a moment when I didn't know if they were going to, show the full nakedness, because I hadn't read anything about it. And I was shocked when you did actually see it.
But I tell you, I think the funniest and cleverest ones are the ones with a character called Mr. Man, who walks into the shop, into the dating agency. Has that one gone out yet?
Oh, yeah.
Asks for a date.
Well,
that's a fantastic one in a video shop that I think is in episode 2. And it was in series 1 with the Pirate Memory game.
Yeah, that was very good.
They're my favourites.
That was excellent. And the one where Dave Williams climbs on top of his mum and starts suckling her breast.
Bitty.
Bitty. That was excellent. That sort of took me by surprise, even though, again, I think I had read about that one, but when it actually happened, I was sort of knocked out. But what happens, does that just happen every week, then?
No, well, in different ways.
Okay. Well, we'll have to find out. Yeah. And when are we going to be able to see your behind-the-scenes thing?
When there's a slot in the cinemas, really.
Yeah. Is it going to come out on the DVD,
when the Odeon Leicester Square is free. It'll certainly be on the DVD, yeah.
Yeah.
If they approve it. It's a very intimate documentary.
Is it?
And it might be a bit too intimate.
How long is it?
I don't know yet. Depends how much David and Matt cut out.
And why is it too intimate? Because they're candid with each other and they have embarrassing arguments with each other and stuff like that?
No, because they're candid with me.
Yeah.
And, if you have a professional documentary crew come and do a documentary, you sort of have a bit of distance and you edit yourself. But if it's sort of a friend...
That's right.
You tend to forget the camera's there.
Well, you and I have both done docs for big comedy sensations. I did one on the League of Gentlemen as well. And I know what you're talking about, because I think they said quite a few things that they probably regretted afterwards, although they were happy when they turned up in the doc. There were one or two things that did have to come out, because they don't censor themselves either very much, the League. Next track, with a new competition, Mummification. Stand by your phones and you will be able to win... What can you win?
I don't know. What is it, Lila? Tickets?
A pair of tickets to the Bees at the Electric Ballroom. That would be good. I wouldn't mind going. And, what's that? A Monster DVD. What, of the film Monster?
Well, she wants me to give away these books, but do you want me to... No. Oh, good, because I want those books.
Okay, and of course there's always the, the Adam and Joe DVD.
I gave them all away last week.
Did you? Well, I've got a couple left, so I might be able to give those away. Right now, here's some music. That's Snow Patrol with How to Be Dead. This is Adam and Joe on XFM.
I'm a mummy.
Yeah, it's the beginning of a new competition. And it's called Mummification.
So Radio 1 in the 70s.
That's the jingle. Come on, man, that's a good jingle.
Radio 1 in the 70s was the peak of Radio 1. That's a compliment.
Well, in the 70s, I think 80s was pretty good.
No.
Steve Wright.
Well, yeah, but, overall...
Steve Wright was the best DJ ever on Radio 1 when he was...
into this. Let's do the quiz.
Anyway,
quiz.
Okay, so this is called Mummification. Basically, my mum is, she's not listening, so I can tell you that she's fairly old, about 70, and she tends to ramble about things that she's read in the Daily Mail or I don't know what, and she's got some fairly forthright opinions about things in the pop culture sphere. Now, she's talking about a singer today, okay? And I'm not going to tell you any more than that. All you have to do, it's very simple, is guess which well-known singer she's talking about. And it's easy. We're starting with an easy one this week. If you think you know who my mum is going on about, just phone 0871 222 1049. 0871 222 1049. If you can tell me what my ma is prattling on about. Now, you're going to have to listen quite closely because she doesn't speak very loudly. Here she comes.
He looks like a mummy. I mean, it's grotesque that he should still be wandering around the world giving concerts, so-called entertaining people. He should be asleep in his coffin by now, and only emerging at night when no one can see him. And he's got this girlfriend who's about 10 feet tall. And he comes up to her waist. She's so tall. But that he's had to have the floor in the basement lowered so that she doesn't hit her head. So honestly, you couldn't invent it. Oh, God.
I'm a mummy.
It's just that simple.
Wow.
Who's my ma going on about? Who was she so tickled by?
Was she genuinely, is that true about having the floor lowered?
Yeah, this is all I don't know where
Is
she's
that true?
got her info from.
And she genuinely finds, yeah, that was,
Do you know who
that's
she-
very sweet.
Do you know who she's talking about?
Yeah, because you told me.
Oh, okay, yeah, I forgot. Well, if you know who that was, then just call 0871 222 1049. You could win tickets to go and see the Bees at the Electric Ballroom on the 28th of October. That will be a fantastic gig, and well worth phoning in for. Just phone us anyway if you know who my ma was talking about. We'll be right back after this. That's the Love of Richard Nixon from the Manic Street Preachers. Fantastic. I like that more and more each time I hear it. It's Adam and Joe on XFM.
I'm a mummy.
Right, it's time to announce the winner of our mummification competition. Before Manic Street Preachers, we played a little bit of my mum rambling about a well-known aged singer. She was talking about him being too old to perform and he should be in a coffin, and he's got a very tall girlfriend for whom he has lowered the floor of his basement flat. But who is that singer? Now, we've got a couple of people on the line. Who's first, Joe?
We got Mike. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Hello, Adam and Joe.
How you
Hello,
doing?
Mike.
Hey, how you doing?
You sound like a perky person. Who do you think my mum was going on about?
I think it was Marilyn Manson.
How'd you get Marilyn Manson from that? Actually, no, I can see that because of... what was
Let
that?
the man speak. Let's let the man
It
speak.
was the mummification. It was the mummy. He looked like a mummy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Frankenstein, sort of, you know.
But his girlfriend, she was talking about him having a girlfriend who's 10 feet tall. That's not the case with Manson, is it?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I seen a picture and I thought, that's the guy. Must be the right answer.
Mike, I'm afraid you're wrong.
Sorry about that, Mike.
Mike, is that real? Are you gutted?
I am gutted. I am hurt.
That's terrible, isn't
I
it?
don't know if I'm going to recover this weekend.
No, I mean, we've really ruined your weekend.
Listen, Mike,
we're really sorry.
You will recover.
Don't do anything stupid.
And thanks so much for calling. We appreciate your call. Who's next, Joe?
Joe is next. Hello, Joe.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm alright, thank you.
Are you okay?
I'm good.
Yeah. So who do you think it was that Adam's mum was going on about?
I think it was Mick Jagger.
Why?
Because he is old and looks like a mummy and has very tall girlfriend, I think.
Do you know the name of his girlfriend?
Well, I was thinking it was Jerry Hall.
No, that's his old wife.
That's
Listen,
what I thought of.
I can tell you, Joe, that you are in this case correct. That was who my mum was going on about. And I think the name of Jagger's girlfriend at the moment is Lorraine.
Lorraine.
And it's spelled L''W''R''E''N. Lorraine. She's a big, tall model. I don't know if she is 10 foot. But
Do you think she's just done that herself? Just knocked a couple of letters out and put an apostrophe? So could you be called... well, it wouldn't really work with your name, would it? Just knock the D out, put an apostrophe.
Yeah, A''M.
I could be J''E', yeah. Joe, you've only got 2 letters in your name. What's your full name, Joe?
It's Joanne.
Joanne, you could be Jeanne.
Jan.
Yeah, that would be good. It works well with yours.
Yeah, J''.
Let's all do it, then she'll be common as muck.
Jan, thank you so much for your call. You're going to go and see the Bees. Are you excited about that?
Yes, I am, thank you.
Thanks so much for calling. We really appreciate it. Congratulations. That was mummification.
So
I'm
old
a
school.
mummy.
I love it.
I'm working the stab.
There's another competition coming up within the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's Competition City. We're trying out a few new competitions. I think what we might do is roll our competitions.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Well, how do you roll a competition?
Well, we're on
see.
Like maybe we'll have
I thought we might race them down a hill.
No, mummification one week, maybe commentaries next week, maybe even celebrity regression.
Depends
next
what's
week.
popular with the listeners.
Exactly.
This is very much a listener-driven show.
Absolutely. It's very interactive in that respect. Now, we're going to be talking about adverts very shortly. I really want to talk about an ad that a lot of people are talking about. And right now, I'm going to unveil another small featurette. Shouting classics. Every week I'm going to play a shouting classic, a song that contains some fantastic screaming and shouting, and we're starting with a very strong contender for the all-time shouting classic crown, and it's of course the Foo Fighters. That's Vice by Razorlight. He gives out his mobile phone number at the end there, does he?
I bet it's just got some sort of a sales line on the other end, selling Razorlight singles.
If you listen carefully at the end, he does give out that he says, phone me on my mobile, the number's want something, and then I can't remember what the number was.
Well, we should work it out and call it.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's quite a bad idea.
So, Joe, what's the ad that everyone, the nation, has taken to their
I
hearts?
don't know what you're going on about. It's not the stupid Guinness one. I like the stupid Guinness one.
Which is the stupid
where they
Guinness
get
one?
the prisoner, the sexy prisoner, and take him to a prison with no walls, no bars. And he has to tame a wild stallion.
I haven't seen
And
that
he
one.
just lets the wild stallion go. And then and then they say, well, you let it free. You set it free, you catch it. So he finds it in a lake and bonds with it and then rides it away. Then no doubt gets very pissed off on Guinness and sells the horse to buy some smack.
Nice. Obviously that's not what happens. That's just
That's what I'm imagining.
conjecture. Now the ad I'm thinking about, all I have to do is this. You know the one?
No.
Come on, you know
is
that one. It's the Honda advert. The animated one with all the bunnies who
Oh, that one makes me angry.
something. Why?
Why? Because it's a large, fuel company.
Yeah.
Who are polluting the world.
They're trying to go greener though. The
Yeah, but that's
diesel.
such a lame tactic, isn't it? Stuff your advert full of bunnies, and it might as well be something out of the Parallax View, one of those brainwashing films with little bunnies and rainbows, and plus it's treating people like infants.
In what
They
way?
might as well just get the Teletubbies to go, oh, driving car good, pollution is good, like that.
They say pollution's bad. They want to change
Yeah,
the thing
but,
to lower fuel emission. I know what you mean. You're right, of course. At the end of the day, it's
It's like when BP turned all of their garages green. Oh, people say we pollute things, so let's paint everything green.
That's right.
And it works.
With a logo like a flower.
It actually works.
Our logo is
That was
like
Shell,
a
wasn't it?
flower.
Who changed the logo, I think.
I can't remember.
So you like the ad, do you? Change something, make it, hate something,
Hate something, change something.
make it better.
I've got all the lyrics.
How has this been taken? Listeners, has this been taken to your hearts?
People love it, man. I went on
Who
to
are
the
people?
lots of people. I went to the internet, and there's a load of
The
sites.
internet, they're not real people on the internet.
Well,
They'd be loonies.
You'd be surprised. But there's a lot of people, and they are raving about it. And it is catchy. You can't deny the power of the ad. I mean, they're onto something pretty good there. The combination of the tune with the little whistly bit. It's Garrison Keillor, who's an American humorist, a writer, I think. He wrote for the New Yorker.
And what's he got to do with that ad?
He sings it. Hey, something, change something. That's his voice. I don't know if he came up with the tune or not. And inevitably they'll release the tune, I would imagine, at some stage, and then the whole thing will take another depressing turn. But for the sheer power and artistry of the ad, the actual graphics, the way it's all put together, it's quite amazing, don't you think?
No.
Not impressed?
No.
Not impressed at
No.
all?
No.
I think it's a beautiful job. You're not impressed on principle because it's an ad?
No, I didn't think it was that it's nice animation. Yeah, it's well done. It's very influenced by Japanese folk, isn't it? Japanese artists.
I think it is a Japanese artist who did it.
Yeah, and so therefore, yeah, it's derivative. I don't know. I just
Even if
don't.
it's
It's
a
just
Japanese guy.
It's not a principle. I just feel, when an advert's good, but it's for something that's kind of wrong, it makes me even more upset.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Well, it's hard. It's hard to enjoy the thing. I wish it was for a pop video or something, you know what I mean? And then you could kind of indulge in the artistry and not feel too bad about it. Even though it's just, this is a capitalist
Society. That's a different matter.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great. That's a great product.
Yeah. Oh, boy, well, that only got seen a couple of times. It was no hate something, change something, I tell you that. Have you got any favourite ads at the moment?
Yeah, the one I like best, it's not very appropriate, but I think it's very powerful, is the new NSPCC advert. With the man with a ventriloquist dummy of a little girl. Have you seen that?
Yeah, that's creepy.
It is genuinely really creepy. It's a bit like that Anthony Hopkins film, Magic.
Oh, that was on the other night.
But they try really hard to upset you with adverts.